Every single day, billions of pieces of content crash into inboxes, feeds, and screens like an unstoppable tsunami. And every single day, most of it vanishes into the abyss, ignored, forgotten, worthless. You know this feeling too well, the frustration of pouring heart and soul into content that just hits a wall, that nobody really digs, that doesn't create ripples, doesn't convert, doesn't open doors. It's painful, it's soul crushing. You sit there thinking, is this the best I can do? Is content marketing dead? Does anyone even listen anymore? Because it feels like everyone's screaming at once, and the audience is numb. They've stopped caring. They're scrolling past, swiping away, tuning out. The very thing that was supposed to build trust, create connection, and grow your brand now feels like shouting into the void. The pains are deep. The burn is real. But hear this. Inside this crisis, inside this chaos, there lies a power so gigantic, so disruptive, it makes everything you thought you knew about content marketing obsolete. Not the end. A brutal, beautiful new beginning. The problem starts with the noise. Not the kind you can fix with more ads, fancier graphics, or SEO tricks. No, this noise is systemic. It's the world telling you to conform, to optimize, to chase superficial metrics, likes, shares, views, that mean little in building real influence. Here's the ugly truth. The old content game is built on the assumption that quantity beats quality, that you have to feed the machine nonstop. But what if that machine is broken? What if the system itself is designed to numb instead of nurture? What if your best work isn't about feeding an algorithm, but about igniting a spark? The kind that refuses to be ignored, the kind that tears through the clutter and finds its tribe. This isn't a failure of strategy, it's a failure of mindset and a failure of ecosystem. Too many founder, leaders, and trailblazers feel isolated, trapped between trying to break norms and being dragged back by expectations they didn't sign up for. You're fed lies. Keep producing, keep posting, keep hustling. But what if that treadmill leads nowhere? What if the key to breaking free lies beyond the content itself? The real power hidden in belonging to a fiercely authentic network of few, not many. The secret is not louder noise, it's sharper essence, deeper relevance, radical connection. This is where most content marketing misses the point. It's not about reaching everyone, it's about reaching the right ones. Not just eyeballs, but souls. Your battles are real. The push to produce endless content that falls flat. The exhaustion from trying to be visible in a sea of sameness. You think you need more trends, more buzzwords, more gimmicks to stand out. But all you end up with is more noise to drown in. The world promises freedom, to create, to express, but shackles you with rules and expectations disguised as best practices. This chain suffocates genius, creativity, and genuine leadership behind a mask of conformity. Yet, the rare, the bold, the truly exceptional wait just beneath the surface. They're not missing. They're just hidden, misaligned in the wrong systems, unheard, because the structure is not made for them. Enough. It's time to rip that old playbook to shreds. Not because content marketing is over, but because what you've been doing is the end of what you thought content marketing was. The apocalypse you fear is an invitation, no, a demand, to shift radically. The pivot is brutal but liberating. Stop trying to please the algorithm. Stop trying to be everywhere, and instead become the one that matters to the few that matter. How? First, reject the volume trap. Stop churning out content for content's sake. Your time is not some commodity to burn mindlessly. Focus that energy on creating content with absolute, non-negotiable purpose. Every piece you create must have a crystal clear mission. Ask yourself, not what's popular, not what's easy, but what will truly challenge, inspire, and move your tribe. This is not about traction, it's about transformation. If it doesn't transform perspectives, behaviors, or spark action, why bother? Second, become painfully, obsessively selective. Who do you want to reach? Who responds with passion? Who challenges you back? Who shares your vision so intensely it feels like a battle cry? Narrow your audience until it burns. Because content without an audience that cares is just noise. Alignment trumps reach every time. The rare few you connect with become your most powerful allies. They fuel your fire, amplify your message, and ride the wave with you. Without this, you spin in vain. Find the edges, the corners where real conversations happen. Not in the mainstream, the mass, the diluted. Third, embrace authenticity like a lifeline. Today's consumer, leader, founder craves raw reality more than gloss. People see right through the polished masks. Vulnerability is your new weapon. Share the struggles, failures, and doubts just as much as the wins. This captures attention because it's real. This builds trust because it's human. This creates connection because it breaks the lonely distance that kills engagement. Fourth, abandon the illusion that you're alone in this. Radical connection is not just a buzzword, it's the lifeblood of a new content ecosystem. Seek out the few who burn like you do. Build networks where difference is the strength, contrast is the power, and collective brilliance amplifies every voice. Forget communities built for many, those are shallow and noisy. Become part of an autonomous network where misaligned brilliance finds alignment. This is where real impact is born. This is where content marketing transcends tactics and becomes something alive, something electric. Fifth, master patience. Results often get stuck in the impatience trap. We want viral hits, overnight success, instant validation. But true content power is a long game. It builds slowly, in layers, in trust forged over time, in connections grown through shared struggles and victories. Play the eternal game. The ones who last are the ones who outlast the short bursts and fads. So what happens if this new approach takes hold? Imagine content rippling through not just feeds, but minds and hearts. Imagine your message cutting sharper than a blade, stirring a fire in the few that fuel change. Imagine content morphing into conversations that spark revolutions in thinking and doing. Imagine leading with a voice so authentic and aligned that followers don't just watch, they join, co-create, and unleash power beyond what you dreamed. It's not about chasing the wave, it's about becoming the wave. This shift isn't comfortable. It shakes foundations. It's a rebellion against a system designed to numb and standardize. But that's exactly why it's necessary. Forget a world where marketing is about manipulation, the shallow race for likes, or one-size-fits-all strategies. Welcome a new era where content is the spark of liberation, where every word resonates with the fierce will of true individuals, ready to reshape reality. The content apocalypse you fear? It's a call to arms for founders, leaders, creators who refuse the status quo, who burn with a vision that breaks chains, who unlearn to unleash something no system could predict or contain. To create the future, you must shed the illusions you accepted, unshackle from conventions you obeyed. Then, your content becomes more than marketing. It becomes a movement. So, stop begging for attention in a crowded pitch. Stop mimicking patterns made for the many and unfit for the few, destined to make history. It's time to be sovereign. Your will, your voice, your truth is the weapon the world needs. Start crafting content as a sharp signal, not to confuse, but to connect. Not to join the noise, but to stand above it, unwavering. When you do this, content marketing isn't dying. It's evolving. The old world burns away, so the new one can blare alive, wild and free. Remember this. You're not here to survive the end of content marketing. You're here to ignite what comes next. The rare, the untamed, the fiery few who dare to disrupt, to break, to transcend. Their stories will be the fire that lights up tomorrow. Don't just watch the end. Become the blaze that annihilates the old and sparks the extraordinary. This is your moment. Be ready to burn, to break, to build. The future of content marketing is waiting for those who refuse to play small, who choose essence over noise, depth over breadth, and connection over numbers. This is not the end. It's a brutal, beautiful revolution in how impact is made. The question is simple. Will you answer the call?